Hello, I wanted to do this video to show this Portrait Pro Studio Max software that I just started using, and particularly I wanted to show you how it edits skin tones, lighting, and also makeup on faces. Particularly, I feel like I'll be using this software a lot more with my maternity and women, female clients, more than other clients for my baby software or baby editing and stuff like that. I'll probably just continue to use Portrait Pro. It does a good job, but I love how this software with the skin smoothing, it actually retains the pores, and you have a lot more control over it. It's very similar to frequency separation in Photoshop. So I'm going to walk through the controls. The first thing is when I pull in an image, what it does is it selects faces, and it takes a minute to register the faces. It tries to determine, is this a child or is this a female or male? And sometimes it gets it wrong, which is funny, but I can always switch it. So right now I'm going to work on the female here. I'm probably not going to work on the kid for the purpose of this video. You can set up automatic presets for females versus children. That's what that's for. And where you can batch edit a lot of images to look the same. So that's why this is important to have the female, male, or child selected as an option, because then it would automatically apply whatever you've set for the female in this instance. So I'm going to select her as a female, and I'm going to go over here. There's a lot of presets loaded in here, and I've already started to create my own presets. But let's go to standard because it's a really good one just to start off. When I'm working with a new picture of someone, I start with standard and then I tweak it and create my own preset from there. That's kind of how I do it. So let's click standard. And did it do anything? Hold on. Oh yeah, here's how we can tell. If we go up here to the top right, we can click on, here's before, after. So it really did a great job. She's got some under eye issues. I would also want to maybe touch or add up makeup. Then I really want to show you the makeup option here and the hair. So when we go into controls, now I can see which ones are turned on from the standard. Okay, so I can turn things on and off. So it automatically messed with her face shape, and I don't mind what it did, because what it did was it thinned her out a little bit, and so that's okay. But we can do more if we wanted to. So just to show you an example, I can go up here and I can do it even crazier, right? So I'm going to take that back. I can do a lot to people. If they've got some uneven eyes, I can twist those. I can make those. What it's doing, I've noticed, is it's wanting to make the most perfect symmetrical face. And of course, people are not symmetrical. Here's eyes widening. Let's say you've got somebody squinting their eyes. I would probably use this, and I may even use this to open her eyes up just a little bit more. Eye expanding. That's just taking them out. The mouth shape. We can really mess with things here. You can make lips bigger. Automatic Botox. Or filler, sorry. Nose. You can mess with the nose. Neck and shoulders is one I will probably use a lot, because women scrunch their shoulders up, and it's something that I would ask them to do, or maybe forgot to ask them to do. So I may bring the shoulders down. I would do it just oh so slightly and elongate the neck. Lens correct is important. You could have an issue like her chin. Yeah, it could come back a little bit. Sure. Head forward. Like, I'm just messing with all of these. You don't want to get crazy. And then we have expressions. Look. I mean, come on. Yeah, you could really mess with that. I would do that more so with kids, probably. But yeah, this is my favorite, the hair volume. This is life-changing right here. Oh, and let me move this down so you can see this. So we are constantly going in and zhuzhing the hair, trying to get it higher, trying to make it thicker. And some women, their hair's flat and it's thin. It's just not going to stay up, you know. So for this, watch this. Oh, it's going to take some time, but watch her hair grow. Is this not the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life? I mean, her hair just grew and it looks natural, right? So I may go like a midway here. Also, check this out. You may have, let's say someone's wearing a wig. Maybe we want to bring the hairline down. That's really a good feature to have. Okay. So now let me close down shape. This was the shape section. And let's turn it on and off so we can see what we did. So you can see how we just added a lot more volume with that hair. It maybe kind of distorted the kid a little bit. So we may want to go back in and fix that. Let's not go so crazy. Let's pull the hair volume down a little bit more. Okay. And so, yeah, so this is how I'm going to check things to just make sure I haven't gone too crazy. And I think the lens perspective, I probably did too much there too. So let's take that down. Great rule of thumb, probably not 100% for anything. Okay. All right, that looks good. And then, so now I really want to show you the skin smoothing so you can tell, as far as like putting makeup on your clients, like what if you have to rush and hurry and you didn't get that opportunity to get the concealer around their eyes perfect. Let's see how much the software will make up for that. So I'm going to go into around the eyes and I'm going to drag it all the way up. And I do have to say, this is a part that really I'm kind of disappointed in. Around the eyes, I still feel like I have to either get around the eyes, the concealer part in camera. I gotta just do that good in makeup, or I'm gonna have to do it in Photoshop. I haven't found any of these AI softwares to do a really good job of correcting that. Watch, here's before, and then here's all the way up. And I would just prefer it to be a little bit more, right? I mean, I appreciate that it's making it natural, but I would want more. So this is a part we don't want to skimp on in makeup. Let's go ahead and correct as much as we can with the concealer. That's the part that we're not going to be able to make up for later. Imperfections, I love. It allows you to turn it all the way up. And what it's doing is it's going to go in there and grab every mole. And maybe you don't want it to do that, So notice how I drag it all the way down, drag it all the way up. Everything's gone. So I'm going to go in between. Thin wrinkles, same thing. It's going to just do a lot more. But I'm going to just keep these kind of... Her skin's great. I mean, we don't need to make her... We want to keep the pores, and that's why I love this part here where it's got the remove the pores. I have the option to have as much pore or as less pore as possible. And rule of thumb is like babies, kids, like they don't really have pores, right? So for them, I don't care if pores are showing or not. Okay. But with moms and adults, like it does look unnatural for us not to have pores. So for this, we don't need to remove her pores. I'm going to have just a little bit, just to this area. But other than that, I'm going to leave it. It's fine. Remove shine and remove grease. I don't really like these. I like people having highlights. And this was actually shot in natural light. So this isn't a good example for those two filters. So I'll have to show a different video for that. Sharpen is great. We can sharpen her up a little bit more, which she might need. But I notice when I sharpen her, it's sharpening up her under eye issues. So I'm just going to do a little bit. Trim eyebrows. Isn't that fabulous? Like if someone has straight eyebrows, we can mess with those. And the non-face skin is just the rest of their body, which this image is not showing her body. So that would deal with the rest of her body. Around mouth, it's just, I don't really know what around mouth is doing. I haven't really noticed a difference. Texture, this part is really important because if someone does have really bad acne or something like that, I can turn on the sensitivity of this or turn it down. So let's turn hers. I usually keep it on this 5 medium. Let's turn hers all the way to 1 just to see what the difference would be. And you have the option to bring details back or, hold on. Bring details up. See how that's actually helping a little bit. Let's go down. It's actually helping a little bit with her under eyes. Now that I notice, so maybe this is what I want to tweak with. Love it when I find stuff out on video in a tutorial. Yeah, that really helped, didn't it? With the under eye situation. One thing I'm noticing is her teeth. We'll get to that. We're going to whiten these teeth up. Let's go to lighting. I love this option to, what I always do here is I just move the lighting to where it naturally is in the photo, which it was off to the side. This is natural lighting. And I'm just making it a little bit more defined, right? So see how that just sculpted her face a little bit better? So I'm going to turn this off, on. Look at that. It added that shadow here a little bit better. And I think that looks a lot better. And you can mess with this. You can add kicker light in the back. Let me show you the kick light. It doesn't look good at all. We're going to take that out. Smoky eye. Okay, let's see. Smoky eye. Yeah, you could just darken down the eyes if you wanted to. If we did a smoky eye and it wasn't showing up on camera, we could mess with that. Skin color style. I mean, I can actually go in here and color correct somebody's skin. This is awesome. If somebody was too blue or yellow or something like that, I could really go in here and change the color. I think right now we have it on, it says color correct. It should be on natural. But you can play with this, play around. I'm not going to mess with it. I mean, let's see what happens if we try to make her tan. Hold on, where's tan? Tan, because I have had people ask me, Sherry, can you make me more tan? And I hate that question. It's just like, don't get me started. But yeah, look. Yeah, I guess I can make you more tan. But really, do we need that? No. We don't. Let's just put it back to natural. I'm good with it. Leave it alone. Okay, makeup. Here we go. Let's go through lipstick. Look, I can choose the color of the lipstick. Let's say I didn't like the lipstick we chose that day. I can choose a different color. And I haven't messed with this too much, so I don't know how it works. But yeah, you can add shine to make it more realistic. I'm not going to do that now, but look how I just changed the color of her lip. I can move it over here. I can make her purple lip. I can make her orange lip. I can make her brown lip. And I have this turned all the way up. You would probably turn it medium, right? About right there to do that. And then maybe go in and add a little shine so it looked realistic. That kind of looks fake to me, so I'm not going to mess with that. If I messed with this, I would just use it to, let's turn it all the way down. I would probably just, here, let's turn it all the way off. I would probably just add just a boost right there, right? I would probably just do something like that. Just, in other words, like the lipstick is not showing up on camera, even though it's there. And so maybe I just want to boost it. Okay. So that's a great thing to have. Let's turn this on and off just so we can see. Yeah, we just boosted it a little bit. Now we have mascara. This part I love. I love the mascara. We have all these different options. And lately I've been going with the false eyelashes. Look at that. We don't even have to put lashes. If we forget to put lashes, it's okay. Look, I can add lashes. Here, done. Bam. Look how much time we saved. I didn't even have to do it in real life. I love this so much. And I can turn up the mascara. Look how much that just popped her eyes. Now, if it's not lining up to her eye, I can move this. See how I can move it around? So I can fix stuff. Let's say we put the eyelashes on and they were kind of pushed off too far. I can fix that in this software. I can just nudge them down, nudge this lash around, you know. I mean, isn't that incredible? I mean, that just, I just can't even. Okay. So the upper eyeshadow, same thing as the lipstick. We can choose, I can choose a shimmer. I can choose a matte. I can tell it, let's go with shimmer. I can tell it the color. Look at this. I can do blue. I don't like the way it put it on. Let's choose a different full crease. Look at that. I can say thin. I can move this around. Look, I can put on whatever. And yeah, I will have to mess around with this. Oh, I like how we can do, let's do outer opacity would be, generally we would do outer opacity, higher, inner, lower, right? Look at that. I just gave her more eyeshadow. And I would just play around with this until, ooh, that's pretty bad. I would just play around until it looked, I don't like the blended. That doesn't really work. But again, this is something I'd probably just put it on, which one was the best one? Thin. And I would like take it down, you know, and barely have it on. It's just to enhance. It's just to boost probably what's already there, right? Okay. Eyeliner, same thing. I love the eyeliner. I'm probably going to use this a lot. How long does it take to put on eyeliner? It takes forever. Look at this. I can add, and I did this to my own headshots recently. Look, I can add a cat eye to her. Look at that. I mean, this is Kohl Simple Liquid Liner. Okay, so you got options. Let's go with the cat eye. Let's do a subtle cat eye. I like a subtle cat eye. I can raise this all the way up. I can bring it all the way down. I can just have a little bit. It's always going to look good to boost those eyes, you know. It's always going to be better. The blusher, same thing. We forgot to put blush on. Maybe the blush isn't showing up. I know we have that problem with kids a lot. The blush isn't showing up. Add more. Here it is. I just dragged this up. I'm going to add more. You know, I'm actually going to do a little bit there. Okay. Now we can whiten the eyes, which is really great. I can sharpen the eyes. I can clean the eyes. I can darken the pupil a little bit. Whoops. It never fails that my phone rings during a tutorial. Brighten the iris a little bit. Give it a little pop. Okay. Look, we can change the eye color if we wanted to. We can change her to a brown-eyed girl. Or I would never probably use this feature unless I was doing something creative, but it is fun to see how, like, what if their eye color wasn't showing up great? I could just boost it here, right? And I can turn that on and off, up and down. I'm going to brighten the iris down. It's looking a little fake. Okay. And you just want to constantly be turning off and on to make sure that you're not overdoing it. Perfect. So also this catch light option is so cool. I have so many times got the perfect image and then we don't have a catch light in one of the eyes. So I love the option of going in and being able to add to one eye to fix my mistake. And you can go in here and tell it, like, obviously this is a window light. So I would go in and I would find the one that would mimic the window light the best, or the lighting that I already used in the image, and that's what I would do. And notice how these are pretty crazy, it looks like, but you will bring them down. You'll bring them down to make it more natural. You can move it around over here, make sure it's lining up in the right spot. So the catch light option is very cool, because if the eyes don't have the catch light, I mean, it really, you can tell, and people don't really know what's missing from the photo, and generally there's just that lack of something, and it's usually that catch light. So, but we actually did get good catch lights, so we don't have to do that. Yeah, so basically another thing with, let's go to mouth and nose, we can clean the teeth, which is so great. I can whiten the teeth. I'm going to whiten those. I can clean them. It can actually clean stuff out of the teeth. So let's see if that helped. It didn't do too much. It just added a little boost to the front there. So that's great. Let's see what else. The hair, we can change the color of the hair. Look at this. I can make her a brunette. I can boost the color that's already there. Maybe I want to add some highlights, you know? Maybe I want to give her some pink hair. So this is so fun and I had a lot of fun playing with this with the recent shoot that we did, because for different outfits that the model had on, we don't have time to change the eyeshadow color, but I could do that in this software, and it looks real. It looks like we did it in real life, so it's going to save us a ton of time. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. That's mainly what I wanted you to see. I want you to see how basically I'm going to be using this software a lot for these lashes, for the eyeliner, for the skin. You can see how good of a job it does under the eyes. Not perfect, but that's an area we don't want to skimp on. Oh, we can actually go in and add, I think I skipped this part. Sorry. This is kind of off the cuff editing here. Oh, we can add bronzer. It can, look at this. We can, yeah, I mean, you can add something like that. Obviously, it doesn't look that great on her, but we could do that. Well, I mean, just a little bit might work. We could do eyebrow pencil. Okay. And I would have to mess around with the shape of those eyebrows, but yeah. But as you can see, the eyebrow pencil, I would way prefer to do that part in real life. That's going to be hard to adjust. It's going to take a lot of time to get that eyebrow pencil directly over the eye where I want it. And it seems like it would be faster to actually just do eyebrow in real life. Highlighter. Here we go. I can add a little bit of highlighter. I can change the color of the highlighter. Let's just do a little bit. Everything's little bits. Now look at her. I mean, it's her. It's still her, but it's enhanced, right? Amazing. I just love it so much. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and this is going to be awesome for your hair and makeup artists so they can see saving time, boosting things, enhancing things, making our clients happy, and saving time. That's what it's all about.